Hello everybody, my name's Ryan and I'm a driving instructor, and today, red cars.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas!
So red cars, what's all that about, right? Well, before we go any further, like, comment and subscribe. So red cars, what's that? Well, apparently, so I've read, I'll put the thing on it. The number of red cars are on the decline. I know, funny enough, I bought a red car, it was a learner car. Funny, innit, that? Just the way it goes sometimes, that sometimes you get different colour cars, and people have noticed that like different cars are available or not. And I'm going to have a little non-endorsed drink of my tasty beverage. But then colourful cars have started to disappear. You don't see very many green cars. I'm sat down in Ashton near Maxwell's DIY. Just had a tasty KFC, and I've been looking out, and I look through, and is it me or all the cars gone dull? Well, we're not going to buy a white one because it shows up all the dirt. A black one, I quite like black cars. Black cars are great. I've had loads of black cars. Quite like black cars. Dark blue ones are really nice, like a navy blue, or even like in that sort of a royal blue. There's a red car there, but there's all the cars are disappearing. All the nice colours of cars that you used to get, all those beautiful blues and reds, and it used to be great. You used to get loads of different colour cars, but grey, it's dull, isn't it? Isn't grey boring? Ugh, fall asleep with the grey. Some of them look unpainted. They look like they just come out of the factory with no paint applied to them because they're so dull and dismal and boring. You probably drive a grey car, sorry if you do, but they're dull. Come on, admit it. Grey cars are actually taken over as the most sold cars, which is a bit weird. You never used to be it. 30 years ago, you never were able to buy a white car unless it was a Ford Escort RS or something. So what do you think? A car's dull now that there's only like 5 colours available. Perhaps they're not really colours and they're just shades. 100,000 different shades of grey. Sounds like a book. I haven't done a lot, mate. I've done loads of tests and stuff, and the second part to this video, if you're still watching, is I've had quite a few comments, and I'll put the comments on the screen. Basically, there was quite a few comments on my videos that were all nice and positive, and I like though that feedback, that positive feedback about a green car. Sorry, I got distracted. About positive stuff like well, sometimes we have a habit of blaming learners for the faults, and sometimes it comes across that what the learner did on their driving test was wrong. I don't like to see it like that. I like to see that, it was just the nerves or something like that. Yeah, sometimes it is and sometimes it isn't. Sometimes you've got to accept your fate, and people have been really unlucky. I don't know why lately. And when I read a comment about that a certain person had done this driving test in Blyth and had pretty much followed exactly the same route 4 times, except it was 4 different examiners, and they all gave different descriptions about the roundabout at Blyth on the way up to Asda. One saying, yeah, he gave no instructions, the other one gave full instructions, and the other one was quite helpful. And this comes back to this speeding event that I've had recently. Very few minors. Decent drive. Quite enjoyed what the person did, the candidate did on the test. And I was actually in the back for that one. And I could have done a voiceover on the whole video, and I am planning to do more of them. But the way it was expressed was that they were already in those roadworks and was more or less barked at to say, oh, you're doing 30, you must slow down, or something like that, or the speed limit is 30, you must slow down. And I just thought, that pupil sat in that seat, how intimidating is that? This particular examiner was really intimidating. I think you know who he is. And my pupil, my candidate, actually decided to put a complaint in about their lack of skills, their lack of, hello, my name's this, how are you doing? Are you enjoying, when somebody gets in my car, how are you doing? Are you alright? Are you enjoying your day? Are you been up to much? Yeah. That's what you talk to people. Not tick the 2 boxes and sign your life away. Oh, Jesus Christ. Grow a set of nuts and just introduce yourself and be pleasant to that candidate. They've literally never met you, and I don't know, I don't get it. I don't understand why people would. Hi, my name's Fred. We're going out on your driving test. What we're going to do is this. I don't know, I don't get it. I don't get why somebody wouldn't follow that customer service support skills, because I know they do them. I absolutely know they do them. I also know that the pages. Now, from what my candidate said as well, even though the person only got like 4 minors, was that the examiner was tapping the iPad as if they got loads of minors, which I think is completely wrong. I think they do have a list of stuff to do, how many stops they've got, or if they're going to do a manoeuvre, or how much driving they've got left. I think they might have something like a checklist somewhere. I'm not 100% on that. If you are an examiner, maybe you can answer that. But it's a bit weird that this examiner has been quite off with quite a lot of my people. He's passed a few, he's failed a few. Rightly, they deserve to fail. But if he'd been nice, he might have got away with it. So this particular comment about going through the roadwork, the speed limit's 30, it could have been quite easily solved by the examiner potentially giving the candidate a clue of saying, just to remind you, you're going through the roadworks. And that would set off little alarm bells that you'd go, oh yeah, just the roadworks, let's do 30. Then if that person sped, fine, mark them, fail them. Fine, I agree. But there was a better way for that personality to be expressed other than shouting at my candidate, which it did sound like that. Unfortunately, I can't record it because it's against data protection. So, and I've actually deleted the video now. Once I upload them, I delete them. So, yeah, interesting. Another person had put on that, you're in the roadworks, just do 25, and I agree with that. Yeah, you're in the roadworks. If you're unsure, just keep it on 25, get a progression fault. Just get a minor for progression. But then again, that stress, that thought process can make you upset, can get you a bit switched off, can make it quite difficult, can make it hard work, can make it hard for you to drive around, especially if the examiner's not really helping you. The examiner's not sort of fully switched on, and I don't know, just something about that test. A couple of comments gone on, and they're all nice and positive, and I really like comments. I really like people feeding back and saying, yeah, what do you think about this? Absolutely there. Let's go and find out about it. Let's go and find out about it together. Because it's not that I read the books and I refer back to the books. It's not often that I can look at something and go, oh yeah, I know exactly what's happened. I kind of sometimes don't. And when my candidate the other day went over the curb, I still can't see it, but somebody else had put, oh yeah, I went over the curb on that. We've got to use these videos, these route videos, to show people that local knowledge, and it was a big question that came, local knowledge sometimes is absolutely key. You can't just stroll into Blyth Test Centre from London and pass a driving test. It just doesn't work like that. That there are really specific, if you want to go and do any driving test centre where there is very little in the way of knowledge other than following a lane, following a road, following your routines, that's got to be Gosforth. There isn't much in the way of local knowledge if you're following all of the information, the signs, the information on the road. using the car to identify stuff, using the sat nav that they put up there, even asking the examiner, what's the direction for the next junction? Something like that. One of what was asked Monday, on a driving test was that the lad was in the bay, and he said, if I open my door, I think I've finished, I think I know I've finished. If I open my door, then that means I'm checking. But if I declare that I'm stopped, my instructor told me, if I declare that I'm stopped, does that mean that I fail? And what the examiner said was, if you declare that you're finished and I check that position and it is wrong, then yes, you have failed. He said, but if I volunteer that you failed and I say, okay, you're over the line, you failed, then we have to walk back to the test centre because I legally can't drive the car back to the test centre. It means that you've got to drive back to the test centre knowing you've already failed. And I kind of get that. That's what happened on one of the other ones. So as soon as he opened the door, he knew he'd failed because he could see that the line was really far away. And you can sort of see that in the video, and it's unfortunate that's the way it's gone, but there was a correction in it, and you know what, they let you do it 2-3 times, as long as you tell them what you do. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do the other. Tests lately, Blyth, Gosforth, have all been kind of a little bit of local knowledge gone wrong, a little bit of nerves, a little bit of excitement, a little bit of misunderstanding, a little bit of everything. You go through gluts of getting fails, and I get a ton of passes soon. It's the way it is. You get like 5 in a row, and then you get 5 fails in a row. It's the way it is. The pass rate, isn't the best anyway. It never has been. Not really all that bothered. Go and do another standard check. I don't really particularly like them, but that's the way it is. Coming soon is Christmas. Great. Next week. Hello, Bill. How are you doing, Will? Come watch a load of Christmas stuff. Got a video coming on Christmas Day, just a short one, just say hello. In the new year, I'm starting the What's Wrong with This Junction videos. A little bit difficult to film stuff because I'm filming this at like 2:30 in the afternoon because it goes dark and I don't have a lot of time, so most of the time I'm just on lessons at the moment. I'm not really working past sort of 5, doing pickups work, stuff like that, driving home, regular route stuff. That's what I've been doing lately. It's quite difficult. Most of my lessons have been starting at 9 AM, something like that. Yeah, sometimes the job isn't the easiest, but actually, you know what, this is probably one of the best jobs I've ever done ever. Car's fantastic, had it a month now. Yeah, not much to add. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate, just have a look, put a question on, like, comment, subscribe if you're happy with what you saw. If you're great, fantastic. I'm gonna see you all in the next one. Enjoy your week, enjoy your weekend, depending on when you're watching it, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, bye for now.